as you figured out by this intro, I am playing a new game. Kyle is famous. Now then, this is the demo, also known as the free edition, because I am cheap, first of all. Number Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle. Was that my dog? A most excellent bumpy. What? Inside has called Kyle a most excellent bumpy white man. What's that supposed to mean? Do I want to know? Top 10. Notice that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEAM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his person. The way I stopped at personal is going. This is gonna sound weird to non-Americans, like the British people are going to find this kind of weird, I bet. Discussing his personal details. Yeah, I'm sure everybody is obsessed with Kyle's personal detail, but we're not gonna show you Kyle's personal detail on this video. Subscribe for the next video where you get to see Kyle's personal detail. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. Why does it sound like rain in the background of my game? The eye of the world is upon Kyle. As long as it's not the brown eye of Kyle, or as long as it's not the as long as it's not the brown eye of the world, I don't care if the world's eyes are on me. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. What? She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Is she black? Oh, my voice had a crack. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today was his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. I'm gonna exit bed. Kyle exited his bedroom and took a quick glance around his... Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Why did I go quick instead of quick? Do I want to scavenge sit at the desk, exit into the hallway, open closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark, and he could only see his hanging shirts. Choose outfit. No, I want to go butt naked, actually. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important his appearance was. Slick suit of armor. From watching Real Civil Engineers video on this, which inspired me to make this video, I'm kind of hesitant to say this. Skunk pasties. Or jeans and swimming. I'm gonna go with the skunk pasties. Kyle chose the pasties made out of skunk flesh. What? Getting these slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them on his body with hot glue. Kyle returned to the center of his bedroom. Do I want to scavenge? Exit bedroom to hallway. Open the closet or sit at the desk. I'm gonna go to my hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway that contained the rooms of his apartment together. Do I move to the kitchen? Return to the bedroom. Leave apartment. Check locked door. Check locked door. Kyle walked over to the storage door with a strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Do I want to go back to the hallway or force the door open with my forehead? I'm bashing my forehead against the wall. Kyle, I just seen a white flake after slapping my white wall. I don't like that. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his forehead. After some this is gonna sound so inappropriate out of context. I'm getting canceled for this, boys. After smashing his features into solid wood for 6 minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Why does it have to say smashing his smashing his features? Yeah, I've smashed my features into solid wood. And I forgot what the other one that sounded weird was. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing skunk pasties. Yeah, I'm wearing skunk pasties, smashing my features into a solid wooden door for several minutes. Or into solid wood for several minutes. Yeah, let me just get my skunk pasties on and smash my features into some solid wood. Anyway, going back to the hall. Kyle I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Kyle walked into the center of his kitchen. I'm opening the pantry. Kyle wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. I'm gonna return to hallway and return to my bedroom because I've seen this already. Sit down my desk. Check desk drawer. And take the small key. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk. Back to desk. Right now, back to room. Exit to hallway. Move to kitchen. Check pantry. Unlock with small key. The pantry door was lock cracked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Look in pantry. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of lard bottles. Chug, chug, chug. Finish off pantry. Return to kitchen. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of ingenuity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening," Kyle said. "Good evening." "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here," Kyle responded. Forget her name. "Hello. You..." Kyle's ears began to ring from his concussion. Rachel looked at Kyle slightly confused, but continued smiling. Before she noticed the glazed look in Kyle's eyes, the producer approached. "Time to get started," he said, putting a hand on Kyle's shoulder. "Let's get stationed." Kyle sat in the nearest chair, which was Rachel's chair. After a moment, Rachel hesitantly sat in the host chair. Oh, I just realized there's like a background behind there. It's not just all black. A moment after setting, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on start broadcast. "Good morning, everyone," said Kyle. "My name is..." Kyle made a desperate effort to remember his name or really anything. Kyle looked at Rachel. "Do you know who I am?" he asked. Rachel looked back confused. "Who are you?" "Well, if you're not Kyle, I don't know who you are," Rachel smiled sweetly. Ooh. Whoa. Kyle made up his mind he was probably Kyle. Well, he said, I'm Kyle. A long silence followed. Eventually, Rachel spoke again. And I'm Rachel. Hi, everyone, she waved. Hi, Rachel, Kyle said, so why are you here? Rachel was visibly worried. Funny, she said. Weren't you planning on asking me any questions? I mean, I don't have any ideas, said Kyle. Kyle kept staring at Rachel. Someone coughed. Kyle looked around and noticed the crew. Who on earth are all of you? He asked. Nobody answered. I'm out of here on this note, boys. Bye-bye. I hate you. Nobody cares about you, not even your mom. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, Kyle got out of his chair and walked off frame, leaving Rachel alone with millions of viewers. What the? Rachel smiled at the camera nervously. Well, she said, let me tell you some knock-knock jokes. Yeah. Eventually, the producer ended the broadcast early due to technical issues. Kyle woke up in his bed the next day, remembering nothing about what had happened. Oh, this is going through all the decisions I'd previously made. Okay. So main menu here. Jam out to the nice music it plays. I hope this isn't copyrighted or anything. Anyway, Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Exit bed. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. So that vacuum. Open closet, choose outfit. I'm gonna go with the jeans and swimming goggles. Kyle decided on a fashion forward casual style. He could barely see out of the goggles. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Okay, hallway, kitchen, check pantry, unlock, look in pantry, lard, 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 lard. As Kyle finished the last bottle of lard, he felt a wave of accomplishment come over him. Anyway, now I'm gonna open the fridge. Kyle opened his fridge, intending to find something to eat. I'm gonna eat the crust on the fridge wall. Kyle started scraping streaks of crud and spots of mold off the walls of his fridge. My fridge's inside doesn't look like that. Actually, I'm gonna check my fridge after this, honestly. I'm terrified of my fridge now. Ew, it had to make that sound after wadding it into a crusty, moist... At least I'm not banging my features, or at least I'm not smashing my features into wood this time. Yep, you always want a nice moist ball being popped into your mouth as you bash your features into wood. Several minutes of crunching later, Kyle finished and swallowed the whole ball. It felt sticky in his stomach. Kyle returned to the center of the kitchen. I'll return to the hallway, I guess. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connected the rooms of his apartment together. I'm gonna leave apartment. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondered look around. Do I visit tech store? Return to apartment? I'm gonna visit a neighbor downstairs. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. Couldn't start conversation. Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. Ask Gabby about Gabby or ask Gabby about Rachel? Gabby asked Kyle, tell me about yourself. She just gets nervous and doesn't say a word. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his chair, his host chair, was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. Yeah, I'm just mumbling now, aren't I? What's this? Whatever. Anyway, as Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach, Rachel! Ooh! Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking at him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Ba-da-ba! Come on in. It's fun inside. Oh, I don't have a water bottle with me. Oh, I need something to drink now, but whatever. Kyle responded. I'm gonna scream and spin in circles. Anyway, please hold as we go on a little journey through the house. Realize it's dark in here. I don't feel like, turning on my flashlight or anything fun, or, just turning on my light in there, while I'm doing this video, so back to my bed I am. Ugh. Kyle stretched his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. I'm gonna insist. Kyle shoved his producer out of the way, spread his arms wide, maybe his legs too, if you know what I mean, and began to scream loudly. This seems like something I would do in real life, honestly. He began to rotate, slowly screaming throughout, lightly brushing his hand against the face of Rachel and his producer. What the... Now then, my friends, what would you do if I, brushed my hands against your faces? Especially if any of my female friends are watching this, or my female viewers. What would you do if I rubbed my hands up on your face while spinning around in circles, screaming like a maniac? Maniac. After several minutes, Kyle was finished. He slowly put his hands to his side and smiled. I'm ready, said Kyle. Rachel blinked at Kyle, shrugged, and walked over to her seat. I'm gonna start the interview now. A moment after, setting the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on Start Broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Introduce Rachel. Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave a couple of coughs, and decided to play it cool and kept the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I am glad to be here. You know, I enjoy that they never said anything about cleaning up the vomit. Like, are they just gonna do the interview with Kyle's vomit all over the place? Well, I'm sure we might have a lot to discuss, so we might as well drive right in, Kyle said. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. In shock, Kyle realized he had never bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Knowing he had the eyes of millions upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly. Play dead. Kyle slumped in his seat and played dead. Kyle, what are you up to? Asked Rachel, still smiling. Kyle did not respond and hoped nobody would ask questions. Kyle, why are you pretending to be dead? Rachel asked. I can see you breathing. Kyle held his breath. The producer whispered to Rachel over her earpiece, give him a couple of slaps across the face and see if he wakes up. Rachel got up from her chair and walked to Kyle and slapped him firmly across the face. What was that sound? What? Rachel slapped Kyle constantly, trying to get him to stop play acting. Other members of the crew stepped into the frame to start slapping Kyle as well. Why does everybody like slapping me? Soon Kyle was lost in the amusement of people around him, all slapping his face with both hands. What the? The slapping went on for many hours. Kyle did not wake up. Eventually, Kyle did not need to pretend to be unconscious. Kyle prepared by dying. Okay, this game's pretty fun. I'm gonna play it again, I bet. By the way, if you have made it to the end of the video on my channel, when you click on the channel, you can actually click on community, and I now have some polls up for you to vote on.